to Brewing Success, where growth is the mission, change is the reward, and progress is the goal. I am your host, Andrea Gebhardt. I'm a former educator turned passionate entrepreneur whose desire to create impact has never wavered. I've spent the last decade teaching, mentoring, and coaching people on how to create success in their lives and businesses with proven strategies and systems that not only bring about change, but big results. When it comes down to it, teaching is my specialty, leadership is my jam, and inspiring you to live a bigger, fuller life is what I'm all about. This podcast will give you the knowledge and tools you need to brew success in almost any area of your life. You're going to walk away each week feeling inspired, motivated, and ready to step outside your comfort zone and into the next level of who you're meant to be. Now let's get into today's episode. Before we get started today, I wanted to take a quick minute and tell you about a really exciting update. So I've actually created a free ABCs of Leadership workbook just for you. You can grab that by going over to the website, which is leadlikeandreagebhardt.com. You can click on the podcast tab, and then you can download the ABCs of Leadership guidebook. Now, this is going to be an incredible tool for helping you just dive a little bit deeper into the episodes. And for sure, if you're sending somebody to listen to this podcast, definitely clue them in on that as well, because it's just going to be a really great tool and resource for them to just, deepen their understanding and to make more meaning of everything that they're learning here on the Brewing Success podcast. So go grab that, go get your hands on it. It's 100% free, and I can't wait for you guys to be able to utilize that and just make this journey that much better. But today we're kicking off letter W in the ABCs of Leadership, and we're going to talk a lot today about some really important things to keep in mind as you are on your leadership journey, as you're pursuing business, as you're pursuing entrepreneurship, as you're really just looking to move the needle in your life. In fact, in order to succeed in life, in business, and as a leader, you have to adopt a certain attitude. You can't just hope to win in life, in business, and in leadership. You have to expect to win. You have to adopt a winning attitude. You have to believe that you can and will accomplish what you set out to accomplish. This attitude really does serve as like a compass to keep you on track and in motion toward your goals. It harbors its own energy, one that moves others into action, one that propels purpose, and one that has the ability to make or break the dreamer. Recently, on a Zoom mentoring sesh, something we call Impact Hour, we were talking about ambition and how your level of ambition is really a reflection of the size of your dream and how your actions and habits need to match what it is that you want. Usually what we see is people who want to live a big life full of big moments, big rewards, and big progress, yet their actions, behaviors, and habits are small. It's only when the actions, habits, and behaviors are as big as the dream that they have the ability to bring the dream to life. During this discussion, we started talking about how too many people hope they will win, hope they will succeed, hope it will work out. As you're sitting here, I just wanted to ask you a question. Have you honestly said that? Let's be truthful. You're either listening to this right now in your car, in your shower, at your desk, while you're multitasking, whatever that looks like. But have you said, well, I hope it works out. I hope I win. I hope I have success. But as many of you know, hope is not a strategy. Hope is a feeling. Hope is not an action. Hope is a wish. In fact, to me, hope, I am a former educator. I like to take words and turn them into things and take things and turn them into words and acronyms. But hope stands for harboring optimistic, positive energy toward something. That's exactly what hope is. Harboring optimistic, positive energy toward something. If you continue to work your way through life with a we'll see attitude, an I hope mindset, then the only thing we will see is a life condensed to the same 5 years lived 20 times over. And that, my friends, is not okay. You have to live with more intention, with more desire, with more ambition, and certainly with more strategy. When there is a will, there is a way. And when that will is matched with a winning mindset, guess what? You become unstoppable. You see, there are 4 levels of certainty. And I want to take you through these because they're really important to understand, because this has a lot to do with people who win in life and people who don't. And you're going to understand exactly what I mean as I start to share this. So there's 4 levels of certainty. These are the levels of belief that we carry when we approach certain tasks, situations, goals, challenges, ambitions. It's a belief that we bring to the table. The belief that we bring fuels our actions. And as you know, the action or inaction is what determines your results. This belief has the power to limit or lift our situation and outcomes. The first level of certainty is unlikely. When we come to the situation believing it is unlikely that we will succeed, then more than likely we won't. It's kind of like, I liken this to, this is a real level of certainty of unlikeliness, I guess you could call it, is like when you go to buy a lottery ticket, right? You go buy a lottery ticket and you have hope that you're going to be the winner, but it is highly unlikely. The chances of that working out for you are slim to none. It's unlikely that you're going to have success with that, right? The second level is possibility. It is within the second level that some belief is mixed with the unlikelihood of winning. It's possible, meaning there's a slight chance. This is where I believe hope is born, and where hope can become an enticing trap. You feel good about it, but fail to follow through with what's required to make it happen. Possibility. There's a possibility of success. The third level is probability. Probable means likely to happen. This is when the odds are in your favor, when the chances of succeeding are greater than the chances of failing. Probability brings confidence and a stronger level of belief. It brings stronger actions. We are much more motivated when we know there's a pretty solid shot at success on the other side of the effort that we are about to put in. The fourth is inevitability. When something is inevitable, it is certain to happen. For example, if there are Oreos in my house, it is inevitable that I will probably eat some. When something is inevitable, it is certain to happen. It's guaranteed to take place. Inevitable is the stomping grounds of opportunity and action. When success is inevitable, there is no shortage of effort. Fear is minimal, and there's certainly no room for doubt. This is the most powerful of the 4. The thing is, though, most people tend to approach what they do with the first level of certainty. It's unlikely to happen. I'm unlikely to win. It's unlikely that this is going to take off. It's unlikely that I will be successful. This mindset, this energy, this is the level of life that you're giving to what you're about to do. It immediately cuts off your ability, demotes the reality, and subtracts from the actuality of it occurring. It results in failure. And suddenly, you're in this self-fulfilling prophecy that you are not capable, that you can't, and you won't. This is how and why people get stuck and fail to make progress in life. However, with confidence and belief in ourselves and what we are doing, we can promote our default level of certainty to possible, which means maybe this will work, which cultivates motivation. Like once we have a glimmer of hope, once we have a glimmer of possibility, a motivation kicks in like crazy. Think about this with kids. Once they know there's a possibility that you're going to say yes, hey, mom, can I go to my friend's house? And you're like, maybe. That tells them it's possible. They get all excited. What can I do? How can I help out around the house? Like, what do I have to do to make this happen? Because the possibility just motivated them, just like possibility will motivate you. And you're going to go from that to probability, which creates excitement and more intentional actions and better results sooner, because the chances are more likely that you're going to succeed. Then you promote to inevitability. This doesn't happen on its own. We have to consciously work to increase our default level until we top out, and work to keep it there even when it feels impossible, even when it's hard, even when it feels like we're not making that progress. Just imagine with me here for a second. Imagine how things in your life would change if you decided to preset your level of certainty to inevitable. Meaning you knew going into that thing you're going to do, if you knew going into that, no matter what, you would figure it out. No matter what, you would win. No matter what, you would succeed. No matter what, you would rise and overcome. You would become everything you ever wanted and live a purposeful life. Imagine how empowering that is. Imagine the energy you would bring to the thing that you're doing. Imagine the life you would give to that situation, that idea, that business, that opportunity that you are about to walk into. Now, just setting our level of certainty to inevitability doesn't mean we're going to, in fact, win in the immediate future, but it does guarantee that if we operate with this mindset long enough, act with this level of energy long enough, approach all that we do on this journey with this level of confidence and belief long enough, that we will in fact do just that. Success becomes inevitable because you determine that at the start. That, my friends, is a winning mindset. That is a winning attitude. And that is what will make the biggest difference in how your life turns out. What I love about this is that it doesn't necessarily remove fear, doubt, and failure, but it certainly decreases the power they have over you. It enables you to accept those things as a part of the process and learn, adapt, and grow and establish authority in that arena to eventually help pave the path for someone else to overcome a similar challenge. This one thing right here, this decision, plays a significant role when it comes to winning in life, when it comes to winning a business, and certainly when it comes to winning as a leader. Winning is more than a mindset, and it's more than a decision. Winning is also deeply rooted in action. Before you can win big in what it is that you're doing, you must first learn how to win your year, your month, your week. And none of that is possible until you win your day. If our success is the sum of our beliefs, our thoughts, and our actions, then we have to make sure that our actions match our intentions, that our actions match our desires, that our actions embody the same energy as our ambition. To master one's day gives us the ability to master a week, to master a month, to master a year, to master a decade, and ultimately a lifetime. If you want to win in life, you must learn to win the day. Now, I will tell you, of course, there are a million quotes and a million books around this very topic, and I encourage you to pursue knowledge, advice, and perspective on this specific matter. In fact, one of my personal favorites is the book by Mark Batterson. Go check it out. It's phenomenal, and it will absolutely change your life in some incredible ways, because he really dives deep into this principle and how it truly positions you for success. But here's the thing. It's one thing to learn about winning the day, winning your mindset, deciding the level of certainty you're going to approach things with. But it's another thing to actually put all of this into action. So my question to you is, are you winning your days right now, or are the days winning? If we want to increase our impact and increase our level of success, we have to be incredibly intentional with the time we are gifted so we can gift others with the time that we have. Here are a few ways in which you can start winning your day so you can begin winning in more areas of your life. Now, these are very practical things, and you might hear this and think, why didn't I ever think of that? Or you might think, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I'm missing. Or you might think, once upon a time, I was kind of good at this, but I need to come back to the basics of building those foundational cornerstone actions that are going to set me up for success. Because, we aren't passionate about leadership. We aren't passionate about being entrepreneurs. We aren't passionate about business. We're not passionate about making an impact in our lives to hope that those things happen. We're coming to the table with this belief that making an impact, having a purpose and living out my purpose, that's inevitable. Having success is inevitable. Becoming a good leader and developing good leaders, that's inevitable. Crushing my business, that's inevitable. Like that level of fire inside of you is absolutely everything. And this is the kindling that allows that fire to ignite and burn incredibly bright. So the first thing, hands down, 3 simple steps, guys, here they are. First one, plan ahead. The night before, take a moment, sit down and plan out your next day. Write down the appointments that you have, the important tasks, the priority projects, and who you're going to be spending time with. Priority projects are identifying and making time for the things that if you get them done, you'll feel like a rock star. If you accomplish these things, you'll actually make progress. The challenge is that most people know what they need to do, but they fail to put it on paper and lose the battle to the clock time and time again. So doing this work leaves little to no room for wasting time and allows you to make progress in the areas that matter most. This one task right here prepares you for success because, as you may or may not know, success doesn't just happen. Success is something you absolutely can schedule. Planning your day ahead is so critically important. Think about how you wake up, you think about the things that you do, and you get halfway through your day, and then you remember that you forgot about something, and then something else came up, and else came up, and then suddenly you say things like, the day got away from me, time got away from me, and you look at the end of your day, and you're like, my gosh, I didn't make any progress, I didn't get anything done, and that's because you failed to plan. And we know that failing to plan is planning to fail. And so this is one simple thing. What I love about this is that it gives you so much power, like to sit down the night before and think, okay, like what things need to go on my what appointments do I have? What things do I need to make sure I get done? What 3 key priority projects do I have that if I spent time and I knock these 3 things out, 1, I'd feel like a rock star. 2, I'd actually make progress in the things that matter. And who am I spending my time with? So that if things arise, they're not already pre-planned for that day. They've got to go into another day or even another week. This is how you crush your day. This is how you win. This is how you make progress. And this is how you feel like you're having success because you're making it happen. The second thing is to set your intentions. You've got to decide in advance what your mindset for the day will be, what your energy level for the day will be, and what your purpose for the day will be. This level of deliberate thought and intentionality fosters alignment and focus that has the innate ability to stave off distractions. Not only that, but when you set your mind, when you set your energy, and when you set your purpose for the day, it prevents you from being at the mercy of the environments, the circumstances, the people, and the challenges that you're going to come across. Their energy, attitude, and actions have less of an ability to permeate yours and derail your success that day. Now, I love this. Like, think about it this way. Think about if you actually had a physical planner, which I'm a pen and paper girl. I love planners. I like fancy planners with stickers and boxes and squares and lots of things. No matter what kind of planner person you are, what I want you to think about is imagine if you actually wrote down every single day. What if you had a little section of your planner for the day and it said mindset, energy, and purpose? My mindset for today is, one of gratitude. My energy level is I'm going to be rolling through today as a 10. I'm going to bring the energy to the room. I'm going to be life-giving to the people around me. I'm going to smile. I'm going to, be positive and optimistic. And, you could think about that. What's my purpose for the day? Today, my purpose is to make progress on, planning my podcast. Or today, my purpose is to make sure I carve out quality time with each of my kids because we have a really busy weekend and it's going to fly by. It can look like whatever you want, but imagine if you set the level of your intentions in those arenas each day, or maybe you had set, your mindset for the week or your energy for the week. What's great is you've made a decision. You've probably made one of the most important decisions you're going to make all day. Because as you know, and as you've heard, if you've listened to the prior episode on mindset, if you've listened to the prior episode on energy, those two things right there can be game changers or game enders. And you want to be upfront and on top of the mindset that you're going to carry throughout the day and the energy that you're going to bring throughout the day. Because if you don't, then you become a sponge. You become susceptible to soaking up the mindset and the attitudes and the energy of the other people around you. And that is usually not in your best interest. The third thing is gratitude. You've got to get good at getting in the habit of ending your day in reflection. Be sure to end your day with gratitude. Take 5 minutes and journal the 5 things you're grateful for from the day. This allows you to reframe any negative thoughts or emotions. It helps you recognize and celebrate the small wins. It'll allow you to end your day on a positive note and reward your soul system, enabling you to win again tomorrow. Not only that, but sometimes when we get through a day of the chaos, trying to balance and figure it all out and make sure you're in all the right places at the right times and doing all the things, that's me talking to you for reals because I've got 4 kids and it's crazy. But at the end of the day, to sit back and like, oh my gosh, these 5 things, these are my takeaways from today. These are the things I'm grateful for today. It literally dissolves stress, tension, feelings of failure, feelings of, your worth and your value, because it really brings to the surface what matters most for you. And you're going to end your night that way. You're going to feel great. You're going to know that you did good work. You're going to know that you made a difference. You're going to know that you totally won your day. And that's going to, create not just excitement about this, but it's going to create anticipation about winning the next day and the next day and the next day. And these 3 things right here are going to unlock so much for you, increase so much for you, give you a different handle on your day-to-day, on your life, on the way that you show up and the way that you have the ability to impact. Remember, if we want to win in life, we have to win the day. We have to have a winning mindset and choose to believe that success for you is inevitable. You guys, thank you so much for being a huge part of the Brewing Success community, where growth is the mission, change is the goal, and progress is the reward.